Welcome to Kawayan Cafe, where every sip serves a tale and every tale weaves the bamboo heartbeat of the Philippines. This is Rika, your host. Dive in as we unfold the lush stories and sustainable trails of our beloved bamboo landscapes. Mabuhay and welcome to Bamboo Journeys. Today, we journey through the Philippines, unveiling bamboo's prominent role in our tourism and rich culture. I'm excited to introduce our guest, Bryan Benitez McClelland, BamBike founder and an authority in bamboo tourism. Okay, welcome, Bryan. Today, we're talking about bamboo journeys, discovering the bamboo wonders of the Philippines. So, rapid fire, how are
All right,
you?
do it. Doing great, always excited and building new things. So looking forward to being a part of this Hawaiian Cafe podcast.
Cool. Thanks for joining us. So, right off the bat, can you share a bit about your passion for bamboo and how it started?
So the idea of this kind of bamboo bicycle manufacturing came into my head in 2007. And I think that kind of opened up the door for kind of, just exposure to bamboo in general. And then the more I learned and the more I got involved with bamboo, I think the more I was kind of convinced that it was something that had kind of unlimited potential. So in the beginning, yeah, it was just trying to build bamboo bikes to create livelihood for a small community, in our Gawad Kalinga village in Victoria, Tarlac. But then seeing how, the material can be used and transform lives along the way is what kind of keeps me fueled and excited, now having a bigger capacity to design and build and, look to the future of how we can graduate from just being, a bike maker and, intramuros tour provider into something that branches out and goes to the Bambundok and to the Bam Beach.
Right, cool. So you're talking about so you talked about two things. You said Bambundok and Bam Beach. So let's talk about Bambundok first, because obviously, we're talking about ecotourism, we're talking about journeys, bamboo journeys in the Philippines. So bamboo forest walks, treks. Have you visited a bamboo forest in the Philippines?
I've been to a number of bamboo forests and they've always had a magical effect. And I think they're not easily accessible. So one of the challenges is, there's only so many big groves of bamboo, and then to know where to go and how to get to them. So I've had limited experience, in my explorations of visiting bamboo forest walks and such. But yeah, they are engaging, inspiring, refreshing, and I think that's what's exciting me now about the possibility of developing trails throughout a little bamboo forest in Lian, Batangas.
So there is a bamboo forest in Lian that you think a bamboo forest walk is possible.
Yeah, so it's an interesting project which has come about since our clump camp and our partnerships with a nice family that's been planting up in the hills. And I think we have a great collaborative kind of project going where we can bring our people in and help manage Kawayan Tinik, which was planted 6 years ago, and clean up the place for optimized utilization of the material, harvesting, treating, and clump management for our product side, but then experientially being able to bring people through these beautiful forests to see how bamboo grows and to learn about propagation, plantation management, and the whole life cycle of seeing bamboo and just enjoying being out in nature, So it's all kind of possible where you can have a variety of experiences and kind of eco tours developed in a place that's been growing with bamboo and it's inspiring for me, and we hope to be able to share that with other people, so that it makes it more accessible for everyone to, get, bamboo kind of exposure and exploration under their belts.
Yeah, I mean, it's really exciting. I think for while we're there next week, we should take a walkthrough video. I mean, I think our viewers would enjoy like a rough tour of what it was before, while we're working on it. And then because I think it's important to uh include everybody in the journey of the making of something amazing, right? Now, so Bamboo Kid is the forest. Now let's talk about Bam Beach. And one of the activities that I saw in Lian was the rafting. Like there were a lot of balsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bamboo rafting is such a unique experience. Can you share a personal anecdote or maybe like what do you think the cultural importance of this activity for the Philippines?
Yeah, well, so ever since I was a kid, in the Matabungkay area, it was always a very popular place to have these balsa, the big bamboo rafts, which, if you're not familiar, are about 40 bamboo poles wide and 12 meters long, and can house, your whole family with a picnic table and a little seating area. So it's been something that's always been part of the local fabric and the waterfront in this area in Lian. And I've been particularly interested in, raft and boat development because of our proximity to the sea, but also wondering like, how can we improve the experience, do, more exciting designs for the bamboo rafts and, take kind of the life aquatic and do another kind of ecotourism development project using these rafts as vehicles for exploration and tools for relaxation, where you can go out and run a snorkeling tour and teach people about the coral reef environment, and then also enjoy a romantic sunset beach experience and everything in between. So as we have been prototyping this raft construction using the tansi, like how people build how people build outrigger boats, we're applying these techniques and lashing techniques to our raft building and are, going out into the ocean, like, Avatar and Waterworld all together, having fun. So, yeah, a lot of exciting things from the ridge in the mountains to the reef, where we can connect and have bamboo kind of be a unifier from understanding, the importance of bamboo and its environmental services up in the mountains for holding water and soil, all the way down to where you treat it in the salt water and can build ecotourism products that serve the local community and also protect the natural environment around where these fun structures and activities are being used.
Yeah, I've always wondered why every raft looks the same. What you're saying is we're trying to elevate that, right? I mean, with the experiences that you were describing.
Yeah, I think people just haven't changed the designs in a long time because that's how they've always done it. And I think it's about time we shake things up a little bit and do things differently and bring some design and engineering to our creative exploits and see what we can come up with together. With our powers combined, we'll have a much more fun planetary experience.
Can you describe, like, if you had to build your dream balsa, what would it look like?
Well, I was brainstorming last night, actually, and it's going to be a dual pontoon boat, so like a catamaran. And in between the pontoons, there's going to be bamboo hydrofoil so that it can plane and be extra efficient through the water. It'll be electric, have solar panels, run through the water silently and not have any pollution. And yeah, be an alternative that's locally made, that's using renewable energy, and make it, a fun kind of exploration, kind of tourism experience that also provides, education and livelihood for the local communities, so that we can start to do more regenerative tourism development, as opposed to what happens now. The tourism boats out front, are dropping anchors directly onto the reefs and actually destroying the things that people are going there to see. So with our dream boat design, it's gonna, kind of elevate the application of bamboo and give it a practical, practical usage case where the local tourism can, evolve and adopt these technologies and designs a bit more, hopefully soon, to, safeguard the coastal community that we all live and play in.
Bryan for president. No. Cool. Well, you've also been making like a lot of crafts, like the bambuksai. Even in February, you did like a shoehorn. You've done the bow ties. You're also familiar with bamboo crafts. And it also shows the craftsmanship in the Philippines. From your travels, how have you seen local artisans innovate and adapt traditional bamboo crafts for today's tourists?
Good question. I mean, you see some incremental innovations, like in Calatagan, they have balsa, but they're using double pole stacks with some flotation in between, and then they're making a second floor with a little tower. So you see some variations also off of Negros. There were some bigger floating structures being made. But I think in general, the basic skills that we have in the Philippines for our traditional handicrafts are very applicable to being able to create, higher value added experiences and stuff. So I think that's where there's excitement in being able to combine kind of the crafts and small, bike making technology in with architects and engineers that know the tolerances of the materials and how to design and build. And I think that's what's going to be so fun and exciting about our BamBeachCamp, is that it's kind of a exploration and design in motion, learn by doing and figure things out based on what materials are around. And I think that whole kind of crash course in creativity and collaboration is what will also enable us to dream up different designs and solutions and have fun doing it. So yeah, I mean, the tools are here, right? The materials are here. It's about, I guess, having a platform with which to do it in a place where we can all come together and build. And I think that's what's presenting itself in our, BamBeachCamp and the clump camp that we've done. And I'm just imagining this creative space where we can all just grab the materials at hand and learn from each other and kind of leapfrog in design and development of things that will have, ecotourism applications. So yeah, that for me is exciting, where we are creating basically like a laboratory for bamboo R&D and
a bamboo playground. I mean, playground where you can play with the bamboo.
It's the new bamboo field here, where
That's right. So of course we can't talk about tourism without talking about architecture, right? I mean, when you talk about bamboo in the Philippines, the first thing that comes to mind is bahay kubo. How do you see the evolution of bamboo architecture catering to the tourism sector?
Well, I've been seeing more and more applications of bamboo being used in tourism structures, which is nice. Back when we were in Dumaguete, seeing the pavilion at the Henry as one of the biggest bamboo structures in the country is a testament to kind of the higher end interest and demand in seeing sustainable architecture. And then on smaller scales, small boutique resorts in Siargao using bamboos for villas. And yeah, I think graduating from just the untreated Bahay Kubo to now kind of higher design and larger structures that showcase the beauty and possibilities with bamboo in tourism, I think is good and increasing. And for us with BamBikes, our tourism application is getting people, to be able to ride and explore their environments and, see architecture from the ground level versus say, if you have to be in a car or a bus or you're walking. Being on a BamBike gives you a different kind of in-person vibe and feel, and opens up the door for more exploration outdoors. And yeah, I think we've only dabbled with a little bit of prefab construction. We did a BamBox deployment in Guimaras with our solid BAM beams and BAM boards, and that was for like a knockdown pop-up BamBike Eco Tours route there. But then seeing what the Kauaian Collective is doing for their structures is exciting too. And yeah, even Kubo Modular, there's different degrees and different players out there doing different things. But I think it's good because it's driving the demand for more local processing in bamboo. So hopefully, along the lines from increasing our bamboo supply, we can also increase the value chain and do more value-added processing to go into structures. And for me, I think the ecotourism application is good because those investments in bamboo buildings become revenue generating and also expose more people to bamboo and create more jobs around bamboo. So yeah, it's I think a good time to be in the Philippines working on these bamboo projects because the global interest is increasing, and we're seeing room for more creativity, collaboration, and frankly, developing the business side of the bamboo and focusing on what we can do to have more people's hands touch bamboo and bring that into our GDP and economy and all that stuff. And building a better hanap buhay for all the people.
Cool. Wow. Nice. I like that answer. Now, we can't have a podcast with you in it without talking about bamboo bike tours. So, bamboo bikes offer a unique blend of tradition and eco-friendly travel. Now, now that you've been operating, how long have you guys been operating in Intramuros, the BamBike Eco Tours?
Since 2014, so almost 10 years.
Wow. Wow, that's a long time. So you would probably have some insights on how these bike tours contribute to sustainable tourism in the Philippines.
Well, we're still a very small, humble, one primary bike tour, but we've been able to, operate in our Intramuros location now, going on 10 years. And I think for me, exploring places on bikes has always been such a pleasurable experience because you're pretty efficient, but you're still connected to the environment. And you can cover a lot more ground than if you're walking. And so it's fun to be able to feel like a kid again, and ride a bike in general, but to be able to do it and to learn stuff and to experience a new location and meet new people has always been, a fun part of travel. So our Intramuros model is, focused on history and the architecture, but we also are developing our BamBike Eco Tours beach tour, in Ligtas and in Lian, where we explore more habitats. So the coastal ecosystem, the mangroves, the bamboo forest, and getting to explore riding bikes on the beach and exploring a whole new ecology and different ecosystem focused tour is something that we're developing. And yeah, I think if we can expand our business and get more bike tour locations operating, we would be very happy in that, it just gets more people active and outside and riding bikes and appreciating nature. And hopefully, people take care of the things that they love. And if they love our experience riding around outside, hopefully they take better care of our environment. So that's how we want to position BamBike Eco Tours in areas so that it can be regenerative ecotourism, where people, by coming and taking our tours, they directly help the local community by creating the jobs. And then they also help by being able to support the cleanup drives and different solid waste management efforts that we'll be doing as well. And yeah, we're open for franchising too, like looking for partners that can operate bike tours in other areas. So we're definitely open to those kinds of collaborations, so where we can partner and grow and get more people BAM biking together. So yeah, it's an exciting time because we're still just, learning by doing and growing and yeah, having a adventurous and exciting time, kind of like, poking around in different places that have potential and figuring out who can be a part of the team to help bring these things to life.
Cool. So in about a week, you're about to open your doors again to 20 plus people to learn more about bamboo ecotourism, maybe Lian as well. You're going to be our host for BamBeachCamp. So why don't we take this chance to invite some of our viewers to join us?
Yes, so BamBeachCamp is coming up. We've only got a few slots left, so you've got to sign up ASAP to make sure you lock in a space. And what we're going to be doing is really designing and building two exciting products or structures. One is a tree house, which is going to be using a special reciprocating tower. And then another is going to be our bamboo boat, or the pontoon party boat. So Bambalsa, on steroids. So yeah, we're going from the treetops to the waterfront, and you're going to learn a lot of different techniques on how to, use bamboo in these very different applications. So yeah, invite you to come check out the BamBeachCamp, and it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, we're so excited. It's the first time we're ever going to be building anything floating or on top of a tree. So even the entire Bamboo Bootcamp team is pumped up and, ready to go. We're packed up. In a few days, we'll see you. We can't wait to be back in Lian. I hope no rain. No rain.
Let's hope for the best. I think, the Amihan is here, so the beach front will be a bit different. The water will be clean, and the wind is blowing offshore. So hopefully we've got great weather and a lot of I don't know, bantics. We'll have a lot of activities and things and fun and good people together with good food and good times.
Yeah, cool. So now we know from every corner of our archipelago, bamboo stands as a testament to Filipino creativity and resilience. Bryan, any final reflections on the future of bamboo in our tourism landscape?
Well, I remain optimistic that we can use, bamboo and ecotourism as tools and systems to create a lot of jobs here in the Philippines, and to be able to use our Philippine spirit and hospitality of malasakit, being able to have our kind of own brand of bamboo ecotourism, and fun, playful, structures and vehicles and things that express our Filipino culture and, fun-loving spirit. And I think bamboo is a great way, and our partnership with Bamboo Bootcamp, BamBike, and all of our other very talented engineers and architects, I think with our powers combined, you know, the possibilities for a more productive and sustainable ecotourism landscape um, are yeah, looking good. We're going to be doing more and more fun stuff together, and that gets me excited. You know, this idea of um, putting our BAM brains together and executing bamboo on a higher level and sharing that experience with a lot of people is a really great opportunity. And that's why I wanted to just thank you also for having me on the Kauaian Cafe, because it's an honor and maybe it's a responsibility of all of us to share the BAM Bible, you know, and to get the word out more on what's happening and what's possible and how everyone can get involved.
Cool. Thank you so much, Brian. I know you're busy. I look forward to meeting and hanging out with you next week. So stay tuned. Maybe we'll do a live session with some of our participants when we're at Bam Beach Camp.
Great. Well, thank you for having me. This is awesome.
Thank you for joining us on Kauaian Cafe. Let's not just admire bamboo, let's live it. Remember to subscribe, spread the word, and leave us some insights. Till next time, Bambuhay!